Hello viewers and welcome back to Let's Play Reunion. We are coming towards the final stages of the game. We have discovered the location of the solar system, thanks to the Cyronians. However, we have also learned that there is a renegade Cyronian using his mental powers to control the rebel forces on Earth, and it was in fact him who incited the rebellion over 300 years ago. So, we are going to check out Space Local first of all. There's a stranger at the bar. Who are you? Who are you? I'm a bounty hunter. I'll face any challenge. Oh, really? Anyone else know anything about this guy?
Talk.
Right, yep, you're not telling me anything useful. What about the underling? Yeah, nobody's really telling us anything new right now. However, there is a bounty hunter in the bar. Not sure if he will serve as any useful purpose. What we are going to do though, we are going to build up a bit more of a fleet. So we're going to make sure we have a few more destroyers probably. I'm going to build up just this army here. We have 10 destroyers at the moment. We have a cruiser as well. We can also get some plasma cannons as well. I mean, we have quite a big force here, so we're going to need more missiles. We're going to need more missile launchers. Mainly, we're going to need freaking tons more of these.
Okay.
But we can also probably get more plasma guns, so we can fit these onto some. Apparently our satellite reports alien activity on Rigel 2. That would be the Cyronians colony. It keeps changing the spelling of that, so I'm not sure what the correct nomenclature is, but yeah, okay. We have plasma guns, we can put them on things, we can put more missiles on our missile launchers. I'm not really sure how many troops we are going to need here. So we're just going to basically just keep building some more until this is a relatively big fleet. 30 missile tanks. We have a pretty big looking fleet here. This is all looking pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game. And what we are going to do is we're going to take our satellite carrier first of all. We're going to take it through to the sun. And we have found new planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And we have landed at Neptune. So I wonder what these planets actually look like. I don't think I've ever sent satellites to these before, so I'm going to assume this is going to look like a gas giant, which is what it is. Of course, there's various moons here. I'm not going to send satellites to everywhere at this point because really there's only one place we're interested in here, and that's the Earth.
Move ship. Message. Surface.
So, we're going to add a spy satellite here. And we can see the Earth colony. This is the Earth in 2932.
Star map. Surface.
Have they also got a colony in the moon? Yes, they do. They have a colony in the moon. The moon is a rocky place. But yes, we have found the Earth and its colony.
Back. Local.
Now,
Talk.
wonder if
Talk.
we can. What we're probably going to need to do, I mean, we're going to need to actually make contact with Earth and open up a few more options here. I'm going to take my transfer ship and just send it through to Earth.
Move ship. Message.
And our pilots have met with an alien race in Sun. They call themselves
Attention.
Earthlings, and the Earthlings have declared war against us.
Surface. Planet information. Message.
Okay, we have been declared war upon by Earth. Of course, we know that the Earth is being influenced by the mental powers of
Talk.
a renegade Psionian. So I'm going to see if there's any information here. Nothing really new, to be honest. Do you have any information, Barman? No.
Talk.
Spy Hunter, what about you? No. Spy, can you give us some more information on the Earthlings? We know Earth is their main base, that's not really any surprise. It'd help if I had some detailed information about their space forces, just so I know what numbers I'm going to be coming up against here.
Talk.
I don't think anybody else is going to be able to tell us anything particularly useful here. There's not really anybody else in the bar here. Yeah, I can't see anybody else right now, so what we'll do is we will wait for
Message.
the spy to come back and tell me what numbers we're up against here. In the meantime, we will also just make sure our army is as big as it should be. We can chuck tons and tons of missiles onto these tanks.
Message.
Yeah, so we know the Earthlings colony is there.
Attention. Message.
Spy has arrived back at Space Local. So the one army power is that
Message.
20 hunters, 10 destroyers, 20 fighters, 4 cruisers,
Message.
6 cruisers, 10 destroyers.
Message.
Oh, 15 cruisers, 20 destroyers. Yeah, we might actually be a little understaffed for this, unfortunately. That is big numbers.
Production. Select.
That is big numbers indeed. We have a lot of destroyers. We have a lot of starfighters though, so what
Local.
we could do... in fact, I might send the spy... In fact, he kind of already told me about some of the ground forces there, but you know what? I think I'm gonna simply see if
Ship.
we're gonna take this army.
Control.
We're gonna go to Earth. We're gonna just go for this. We'll see if it is a big
No.
enough army soon enough. If we don't have a big enough army,
Planet.
we will die.
Move ship. Message. Surface.
So we are back at Earth,
Star map.
and I am just going to get our army fleet to declare war. That is a lot of destroyers and cruisers. We are outnumbering them with starfighters though, but I don't know. Oh, we are doing pretty good here actually. We're doing pretty good. We have taken out their space fleet. We have taken out their space fleet.
And
That is going to leave us in a position where we are going to be on the ground here.
add a new unit. Add a new unit.
Yeah, it's interesting when our rocket launchers seem to have strength of 0, but right, let's see what happens here. Let's just see what happens. Once again, I'm just going to wait for them to come to us. But let's see. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking pretty good. But they have obviously got missile launchers as well here. That is problematic because they can shoot us from further away. We're going to need to get these closer. But I think we have done it. We have defeated the ground forces on planet Earth.
Message.
Our forces have defeated the Earthlings. Congratulations. You proved yourself as a brilliant strategist, good politician, and an excellent leader. As despite us leaving several of our colonies to die. Yeah! That is what victory feels like. We've made it back to Earth. Look at that beautiful, shiny place. The end. We did it. We have reunited the colonists with their home planet. If you want more challenge, look out for Reunion 2 in early 1995. Sadly, Reunion 2 never actually happened. However, the developers of this game, Amnesty Design, they did change their name a few years later to a Digital Reality and began working on a game called Imperium Galactica, which during development I'm led to believe was originally called Reunion 2 Imperium Galactica. So very much Imperium Galactica was a spiritual successor to this game. And it did expand on it in a lot of areas. It became a lot more strategic, there was a lot more depth to it. There's some things about it though that just lack the kind of charm of this game. The Reunion has a very sort of adventure game kind of feel to it, kind of wrapped in a space strategy kind of coat of paint in a lot of ways. It really plays a lot more like an adventure game in terms of the way you have to do things. And there's a lot of trial and error just in terms of going through it in the right order. It is possible to miss some of the inventions, but it doesn't necessarily make the game impossible. You can miss things like the aircraft, certain weapons and that kind of thing if you don't do the correct sequence. For the most part, that's all right, but it's particularly at the start of the game in the battles against the Morgrels, where if you don't do things in the exact right order at that point in the game, you will just eventually die from not having enough forces, not having enough fleets. So you really need to know what you're doing at that part. There's a lot of trial and error goes into kind of get into the stage where you know what to do at that part of the game. And even when you know exactly what to do, sometimes it still doesn't work quite as you hope, just due to slightly random timings of things happening in terms of discovering planets and that kind of thing. So as you saw, I did die at one point close to the start of the game because of that. Overall, I mean, it's a pretty interesting game, I think. I had a lot of fun with this when I was a kid. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was just this huge kind of space opera kind of type thing. You could explore the galaxy, land on all these different planets. And I loved the graphics. I loved the planet designs. I loved the music. There's so much about this game that I just really, really like, even if it is a little bit quirky in terms of its actual game mechanics. So I would definitely recommend, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, you can look at this game online. I don't believe it's available to purchase anymore anywhere. I still have my original physical copy on CD with the instruction manuals and that kind of thing, which is why I have it here. But I'm pretty sure if you look hard enough online, you'll find it. Anyways, that is Reunion. We may take a look at the kind of later games at some point, Imperium Galactica and that kind of thing, in a future video. So leave some feedback in the comments if that would be something you'd be interested in seeing. And if you've got any questions or anything about the game or anything you want to know, you can leave a comment and I will try and clear things up if there's any information you want to know about it. Anyways, thank you very much for sticking with this Let's Play. It's a bit of a slow-paced game at times, although the start part of it does throw so much at you all at once that it does get quite hectic just kind of keeping up with it. So hopefully it'll have been interesting for you guys to watch. Again, thanks a lot for watching though. If you have enjoyed it, leave us a like, give us some feedback, and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of thing. Thank you once again, and I hope to see you again in the future. Take care.